Assalamu alaikum, happy holidays, Merry Christmas if we celebrate it. Today's video will be specifically about Christmas and how people have ignored that Christmas traditions are actually quite ancient and it has been assimilated, incorporated, and appropriated from various pagan traditions. First of all, why is Jesus' birthday on December 25 when in fact it wasn't? Some would argue that the birthday of Jesus or Isa in Islam, Nabi Isa, is on September. But why December? And it's because the Romans, when they become Christianized, they put Day Solis de Invicti, the day of the birth of the unconquered sun, an important celebration that happens to fall on December 25, which is also the birthday of Mithras. Mithras was an Iranian god, sun god, that was incorporated into Roman pantheons. You see, pagans incorporated a lot of traditions, and this is true for the Romans who incorporated other traditions when they conquered other people. The early church was actually the same thing. It gets its hodgepodge of different traditions from pre Christian traditions and incorporate it into Christmas celebrations in order to convert more followers. And it's not really a genuine conversion, but more of an enticement of let's make our numbers bigger by accommodating to these traditions. Then, over the years, people forgot where they really came from. Christmas actually falls in winter solstice, and winter solstice is celebrated in Europe by a number of groups, such as the Romans, the Vikings, the Celts, to name a few, and they had various traditions and practices that were incorporated into what we know now as Christmas. A winter solstice marks the end of the year's harvest. It is a time of worshiping their deities, and it is also a celebration with loved ones. And it also symbolizes the return of light as the days got longer. And these concepts are so common with Christmas and Christianity. However, they are not uniquely Christian, nor they originated from Christianity. This is very interesting because the festival of De Solis Invicti like wasn't the only festival that was incorporated into Christmas. Uh, a major festival is actually Saturnalia, which will be discussed more in the video because Saturnalia started on the 17th of December and ended in the 24th. So it predated the festival of the sun god. But a lot of traditions that we celebrate in Christmas is actually coming from Saturnalia. And for example, gift giving. that comes from Saturnalia, um, like good luck and prosperity. Um, what else comes from Saturnalia? The mistletoe, the mistletoe is commonly associated with the Nordic Germanic peoples and the Celts as well, but it's also associated uh, Saturn, with Saturn, specifically the god Saturn. Then we have decks of holly, the wreaths of holly, which are a gift um, symbolizing good luck during Saturnalia. Then we also have the tradition of Christmas tree, which originated from partially from Saturnalia, with the ornaments on the tree representing their gods. So I want to continue. Um, so Saturnalia has a lot of elements that has been mishmashed into like Christmas, Xmas, Pasko, whichever you want to call it by. But there are other traditions that have been incorporated as well. For example, um, like Christmas stockings, people putting stockings and stuffing it with gifts actually come from Nordic people, especially associated with Odin, like an old man, and his eight-legged horse Sleipnir, which is supposed to represent Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Like it became from a horse to a reindeer, and basically, children would leave their booties filled with carrots and hay, and Odin would give them presents for doing that. And then you have Christmas carols. People say, "Oh, but a lot of the theme of Christmas Carol has to do with celebrating the Christ." Yeah, like, but Jesus's birthday wasn't on December, and the tradition itself actually predated Christianity. It's a tradition called wassailing, which is pagan, from wassail, which is an Anglo Saxon phrase for good health, and it was used to banish bad spirits during the time. Then we go to kissing under the mistletoe. And for Druids, the mistletoe is an all powerful healing item which restores fertility. And it is also a symbol of peace and joy. And when enemies would meet under a mistletoe, they would truce with a kiss. But for North traditions is a very interesting one because mistletoe was the only item, according to their worldview, that wasn't consulted by Balder, the son of Odin, Mother Frigg, who told every object, "Please do not kill my son," except for mistletoe, because it was an unassuming thing. But Loki, the trickster god, basically sharpened the mistletoe and used the arrow to kill him. And there is one version where Balder was actually resurrected, and Frigg made the mistletoe the symbol of love, and promising anyone that goes under the mistletoe to be kissed. So, and also same goes with like you Yule logs as well, and most famously, the Christmas tree. These traditions of like putting items together, ornaments that are seemingly like unrelated to each other, actually have a deeper meaning. Because you see, for Nordic people, winter solstice was a time to honor Odin, and they did it by placing fruits and candles on the tree, which are now associated with Christianity. And to round this interesting conversation, it's not really Christmas. It's pagan mass, but not really because it's overtaken by capitalist mass. Because most of the decorations, most of the gift giving has nothing to do with the original traditions, nor it has to do with Christ, but consumerism and capitalism.